at your library. I'm your host, Kathleen Clifford. Joining us today is Sue Aberbach, the president of our Circle of Friends. Welcome, Sue.
Thank you, Kathleen.
A lot of people want to know, who are the Circle of Friends?
The Circle of Friends is a group of people. We have about 100 members who are willing to support the library in a variety of ways, and we can talk about some of those ways today.
Great.
It's a group of people who've identified themselves as just willing to help the library.
Excellent. What is the main mission of the Circle of Friends?
The Circle of Friends is an organization that would like to help the library in various ways. We basically have two areas of our mission. One is to do some fundraising, and we'll talk about some of those projects that we've done. They tend to be kind of small-scale fundraising, and then also to advocate for the library in various ways. So we might need to, for example, speak to the town government to support the library's budget, or spread word about some of the things going on at the library that people could get involved with.
That people might not be aware of. You said right at this time there's about 100 members?
About 100. It's a very sort of growing, loosely organized group. There's a board of officers of the library, of the Circle of Friends, and we ask people to volunteer and to identify themselves so that they could get information about other ways that they could help the library.
And you are the president?
I'm the president of the
So
group.
what does that mean for the role for you?
Well, I communicate with the professional library staff and find out what are some things that the library might need at any particular time. We volunteer to help at different fundraising events or different activities within the library where there might be need for more help. We try to listen to things that are happening and see if there are areas that we could contribute. We try to listen to the community and see if there are any particular things that community members might like from the library.
That feel the library is lacking.
And so
That's great.
help with those things. I work closely with Kim Ballantyne, who is the volunteer
Sort of
coordinator within the
our
library.
liaison on the library
and
side.
Jennifer Mealy, who's the library director.
Right.
And other library staff members. But we also have a monthly meeting.
Yes, that was my next question. So how often do they meet? Once a month?
We meet once a month, and we found that a convenient time for people who are working and might want to join is Saturday morning. So we meet on the third Saturday morning at 9:30, and we try to have our meeting over within an hour. Often it's less than an hour, just to respect people's time, and we try to have a pretty official meeting with minutes, and we have officers, we have bylaws, which we try to follow. So it's an official organization that's existed within the library for several years.
Is everybody or anyone welcome to drop into the meetings?
Yes, we do not have any kind of membership fee. The meeting is open for anyone who would like to come and hear about what the library is doing at any particular time and what the Friends are doing and how they could help out. So we welcome anyone who would like to come and join us.
Do you have to be a member of the Groton Library to join?
No, you really do not. Anyone, as you know, the Connecticut library system allows people to use any library. I think
Correct.
it's called the Connecticut card system.
Yes.
It used to be called that.
It is.
So we have, this is one of the amazing things about this library is there's just such a large number of people and a very diverse demographic who come to the library and use the library services. So anyone who would like to come and find out what's happening in the library and support the library's efforts is welcome.
That's wonderful. Why do the Circle of Friends think that it is important to support the library? The group obviously maintains its numbers and maintains its organization and its activity, but why? Is there one main thing that the group really finds to be their
Well, I
focal
think
point?
for each individual volunteer, there are probably different reasons, but probably the overriding reason is that people appreciate all of the services that the library provides. And if you spend any time here, more than just a quick 5 or 10 minute visit, you can't help but notice all the different kinds of things going on any one day, any one time, for
True.
people of all ages.
That is
So
very,
it's
very true.
so far beyond borrowing books. So I think when people realize that there's so many things going on, it's such a vital institution to the community, and I think people want to help.
And I think that's fantastic because we do have an amazing staff that works here, but they can only do as much as their 2 hands and 2 feet allow them. So it's really important to us, too, to have the support of the Friends to make sure that the library continues on. What kind of programs or items have the Friends funded in the past for the library? I don't know if there's a few recent things that come to mind.
Well, I could tell you some things that we've done in the past year or year and a half.
Okay.
We have funded Ancestry.com, which is the database which is used, open to patrons of the library to use to research their genealogy.
Which seems to be a very hot topic right now. Everybody seems to do it. So they can come in and use our computers for free.
And use the genealogy,
Because-
the Ancestry.com. We pay the
Because the Circle of
subscription.
Friends pays a subscription. Wow, that's awesome.
Right.
That's
Something
really
else that
great.
I have a few props here to
Great.
show you. Something else that we funded is passes. So this
museum
is
passes.
The museum passes that the library has for people to check out when they're available. But there are a number of them. I know that recently we've funded the Florence Griswold Museum Pass, but there's the Children's Museum in Niantic. There's Denison Pequot Nature Center, Mystic Aquarium, Wadsworth Atheneum. So we pay for the subscription, and this can be borrowed, and people can use it with, I think, a family can borrow it.
So the museum passes go out kind of like a book. They check them out for 2 days, and they can get usually up to 4 people in. And if you're a family, that's watching their budget, and you want to go to the Children's Museum, that's pretty close to a $50 savings right there. Thank you for the Circle of Friends for doing that. Our museum passes are an absolute huge blessing to this library, and it gets people out into the community that normally wouldn't know about it or couldn't afford it. So thank you very much.
Oh, well, we want to be able
Friends.
to help with whatever is needed and that isn't covered in the regular budget. There is a regular budget, which is through the town, the
course.
municipal budget, but there are some things that are maybe a little extra or that have just been learned about that we might want to offer to the public. We have purchased a diaper changing station for the bathroom in the children's room.
Yes,
So-
and people have already started thanking us. We have a children's bathroom that most people don't know about, kind of tucked away. It's perfect for those who have little ones that need the changing station or need a little more room with your toddlers, or just need a little more privacy. It's great, and that changing station is just awesome.
Great.
So great.
That's
Thank you,
wonderful.
Circle of Friends.
I have a few other things that I just copied down that we've supported the summer reading program.
Yes.
So we helped the library staff run a Scholastic Book Fair, which was, I think, last May. And so instead of receiving profit and money from the books sold at the book fair, the library received books from Scholastic, and those were given as prizes or favors to the children who participated in the summer book fair.
So wonderful.
And so we were able to have the book fair, but also staff it.
Right.
So that was
Great.
something that we did. We just approved to purchase a portable art cart. And that will be something
nice.
that'll be like a pop-up activity that will be near the checkout desk that will have art supplies. And so there will be something featured and announced. Let's say people will make Valentine's cards. And so people can come and make Valentine's cards, and all the supplies will be there, and maybe a staff member will be there to help. But it's a portable cart that will store the materials and will help stock it. And so that will come out from time to time.
That's great.
So we've heard about
great.
things that the library might need or just haven't been built into the budget, and those are the kind of things
Great.
that we've tried to supply.
Thank you. We're going to take a short break right now, but when we come back, we'll talk more about what's coming up for the Friends in the month of February and some more great ideas that you have. So please stay with us. We'll be back in just a few minutes. This is Kathleen from At Your Library.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
The torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans.
The American dream need not forever be deferred.
This is the richest, the most powerful country.
Welcome back to At Your Library. I'm your host, Kathleen. Still with us today is Sue from the Circle of Friends here at the Groton Public Library. And now we're going to talk about how the Friends raise their money so that they can support the library with all the great things they have been doing. So, welcome back.
Thank you.
So let's jump right into it. How does the Friends raise their money?
We've raised money in a variety of different ways. We have sold items. We have decided that in the library, people often might be interested in a water bottle with the insignia of the Circle of Friends, a flash drive, which is something
Yes.
people doing research often need, and a clear tote bag for books. So we sell these. They're on sale at the desk at all times. We've had a number of small fundraisers, around one every month or two, including some wonderful sponsorships from the community. So there's some restaurants that have had benefits for us where patrons could go to visit the restaurant and we receive a percentage of what the restaurant might want to give us. Just this past weekend, the Seahorse and Noank did that. But in the past few months, we've had the Dog Watch in Stonington. We will have Texas Roadhouse on March 5th.
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
And we've had Friendlies and we've had
Nice.
Moe's. So a range of different kinds of restaurants, and we publicize to the community so people can, while they're going out to eat, can benefit the library. So that's a wonderful thing that these businesses in town, in the local towns, have done. Also, Five Below at the holiday time and Talbot's have done this for us
Yes.
as well. So it's a wonderful community service on their part. We are having a book sale and a bake sale on Valentine's Day.
Oh, great.
And those are really popular. We also have had a bake sale on Election Day.
Those Election Day bake sales are brilliant because people want to support the library and they're here to vote, so it's a win-win.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And we don't have enough space to have a massive book sale, one
Right.
yearly book sale. We just don't have the storage space. However, we have pop-up book sales. So we have carts of books that either the library has accessed or we have people donate small quantities of books to us. We've even had GameStop donate some computer games to us. And we sell those and our bake sale is done in the same way. It's a donate what you would like basis as opposed to set prices.
And I think it's important for people to know that we don't just push the books back in the corner and use those again. It's usually all fresh items. So more donations, some coming out of the collection, and like we said, GameStop last time. So, if you've come to a book sale before, it's not going to be your same book sale again.
No, and so we'll do that on February 14th, all day long.
All day long.
So that's something to look forward to. And we anticipate doing these pop-up book sales probably every couple months.
Great.
And it's a wonderful kind of thing to maybe find a book for a gift. Or some special interest books. I know in the past we've had some wonderful travel books and children's videos and things like that people would really
It really
like.
helps the library as well because, we're always limited to space, but we get new items every day. So
Right.
some items, as they become, we have too many copies of something or there's just not as much space, then it allows us to recycle them in a happy way.
Right.
Excellent. So after you've done all your fundraising and you have your monthly meetings, who actually decides how to spend the funds?
Well, within the library professional staff, there's a process to request funds. And
Okay.
so a form is filled out with various information. Often there is a description of for example, the diaper changing station or the art cart that's given to us. And in one of our monthly meetings, we vote on whether those items are approved.
Excellent, excellent. If I wanted to help, how can I help become a friend of the library?
Well, you could attend a meeting.
Okay.
So there'll be a meeting in February.
Okay.
But as well as that, you could fill out, anytime you're in the library, you could fill out an application, it's not really an application, it's a form to give us information, to contact you and put you on our email list.
Okay.
We send frequent reminders and information about events
that are
happening.
coming up.
For example, the Valentine's Day bake sale, we have an announcement where you can sign up online to either donate if you can't attend and help staff. You could just leave off some baked goods. So there's a Sign Up Genius online where you can sign up and leave
Great.
information.
That's great.
So we welcome you at any time. And if you asked anyone at the front desk, they would
Have all
show
the
you
information
where
for
this brochure is, and then you'll be put into our database.
Excellent. Let's see. Are any of the donations tax deductible?
Yes, the organization is a nonprofit organization. It's a 501c3 tax exempt organization. So we also have had, the past couple of years, we've had an annual donation, an annual fund drive where we've sent letters to people who might be interested in donating money, and people have been very generous. Often people can't be here physically to help out or might not be here at any particular fundraiser, but they'd like to donate money to the library. So we've done this in the fall, and we have a thank you letter which specifies that it is a 501c3 and can be used for tax-deductible purpose at tax filing time.
That's fantastic.
So people have been very generous in that regard as well.
So we've said if you want to have more information about the Circle of Friends, you could stop by our library. Is there any other way to get in touch with it? Is there any website or email you want to share with us? Or
Yes, we have an email address, and the email address is gpl.circleoffriends, all one word, @gmail.com.
Okay,
So that's our
excellent.
Gmail
And
address.
we'll have that running on the bottom of your screen if you want to write that down. Thank you so much for being with us
you're welcome.
today.
You're
It's always
welcome.
important
Thank
to know what happens behind the scenes of our library, and I can tell you that without the Circle of Friends, there'd be a lot of activities and a lot of little pieces that our patrons would miss out. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And
Thank you.
if anybody has any more information about the Circle of Friends, please go ahead and email Sue or call us here at the library or stop by. As always, this has been At Your Library. Thanks for checking in.